Good morning, black and white sports fans. Thanks for everybody joining in on this Sunday live stream. Sorry, we're actually a few minutes early because we ran out of notifications, man. YouTube's notification system is not the best. We used up all our notifications and we had to go hit the live button after 9:01. So I set it for 9:15, but you're not able to actually schedule it at like 9:02, anything like that. It's in 15-minute increments. So we are live right now, joined as always by the co-owner of Black and White Network, Mr. Rhodes Rants. What's going on?
Good morning, Mr. Matrix. Yeah, we were sort of sitting in the background and we said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the party started. Let's just knock it out. Now that we know notifications will go out, if we got to go a little longer, let's go a little longer. Who gives a damn?
Yes.
We've got plenty of things to say today. I promise, Mr. James, I'm getting to your ass later.
Exactly. And we see the super chats are coming in. Also, if you would like to donate directly to the stream, I pinned a comment. You can donate through the website, blackandwhitenetwork.com. You won't be able to leave a message, but the good thing is we pretty much get 100% of the cut on that. So we will get to the super chats that come in and also the donations that come in as well. I know Rhodes is so ready to unleash on one LeBron James. And I am too, man.
Yeah, I am. Very quickly, we got Davy Jones in the chat, our good friend Joe Bob Tarhill, Maria C., Scott A., Shednut, interesting screen name, Rob Richmond, let's see who else we got, PJT, and we've got Texas has joined the chat.
Yes, according to Christy, part of the team. So glad to have her back.
Gomer Kyle in the house also.
Oh, Private Kyle is here. A longtime supporter of me and Rhodes on the news channel and the entertainment channel. And he is here now. He's also a member on the website as well. Really do appreciate him actually joining in on this chat. We got over 300 people watching right now. Smash the thumbs up button if you do not mind. And by the way, folks, make sure, and I'm pretty sure Chrissy can actually post in the chat for Black and White Live, because when this stream is over, this stream will be put to private. You won't be able to watch it because we upload all live streams to Black and White Live here on YouTube. But however, we do download the audio from this podcast and put it up on your favorite podcasting platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. It will be on there for you to listen to later on. So I think I got most of the house cleaning done, right?
Make sure you check out the Black and White Network at blackandwhitenetwork.com. Go grab you a bronze or silver membership. And if you are a silver member, guess what? You will one day be up here on a stream with us like this, talking mad shit about LeBron James, or in this case, China James himself. Yeah.
Yes.
So
whatever you want. Whatever you want. We got one super chat here. The Salty Vet for $4.99. Love this channel. You all keep telling it like it is. Have a great show. Well, thank you for that super chat. Really do appreciate that.
Mr. Matrix, the Salty Vet has a channel. I went and looked at it a few minutes ago. So if Texas or Private Kyle or if Joe Bob can grab his link, put it in the chat for us, get this man some more subscribers. His content is basically the Black and White Network all rolled into one. It's entertainment and things like LeBron James. So let's give him a few subs today.
Yes. Go and subscribe to him. We need everybody to grow, man. If you got a channel, we really do want you to grow. Got to put in the work, though. I mean, me and Rhodes have put it in. I can't even think how many hours a day between this, what we do here, and our regular jobs. It's a lot, man. It's like 16 hours a day, I would say.
I am averaging anywhere probably between 13, 15, 16 hours. Yeah.
Yep. And Christy has dropped the Salty Vets channel right there. All right. I see that James Sanchez says, just joined. What did I miss? You haven't missed anything yet. We was just doing house cleaning, talking about the website, the super chats, the donation tab, all that other stuff. And now we are about to get into unleashing on one LeBron James, the Marxist NBA of China, is dead. LeBron has officially killed him. And anybody that was actually trying to hold out hope that the NBA would return, LeBron James has put that to bed. It is not going to happen, folks. It is absolutely not going to happen. And now people are fighting back now. They're sick of the wokeness, they're sick of the lies, and a Cincinnati bar has banned NBA games for the duration of LeBron James' career. His own home state has canceled him. Now, I talked about that in the video, but Rhodes, what do you think of that?
Didn't they already cancel him when Donald Trump won the state?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Ohio sent a clear message of just how much influence LeBron James really has in his own home state by not voting for the guy he was actually supporting in the election. So I'm just pointing that out. Look, we need more institutions, more bars, more eating establishments. We need more people to follow that league. That is how the NBA is going to get the message. Adam Silver's never doing anything with LeBron James.
No.
He's a spineless puppet with LeBron James's hand up his ass, moving his mouth right now. They're going to have to get a commissioner that has some
a spine.
That's right. Has some guts, can come in, lay down the law. Somewhere, David Stern, it is such an embarrassment to what he built. All that work, he was arguably the best sports commissioner in all of sports for years.
History, man. Sports history, man. He was the best commissioner in sports history.
Yeah. I tend to agree with that. I do. The way what he did with the NBA, building it to what it had become before LeChina, essentially LeChina and the rest of the NBA ruined the league. We got to remember something here. Something we forget. When they went into Kung Flu lockdown last year, they did not want to come back and play. They didn't.
They refused to.
They refused to. The only way they would come back and play is they all went into a boardroom and they sat down and they agreed to come back on the condition that they could shield Black Lives Matter. Okay, that is the only reason the NBA decided to come back and play, because so they could send a social justice message. They didn't want to come back for the NBA fans. Let's not forget that. Not the fans.
They didn't want to do that job, and it had nothing to do with the virus either. It was all about social justice lies, them standing up, for criminals. Because what's getting lost in this whole Ma'Khia Bryant thing is the potential victim she was trying to stab. None of these black players give a damn about that other girl. They're not even talking about it. It's so ridiculous, man.
Since when do they care about black on black crime? Since when?
Never. Has any of those? LeBron James has said nothing about the girl that was actually shot and killed in a Chicago drive-thru, 7 years old. He said nothing because it was a black man that killed her in cold blood. LeBron James said nothing.
And I don't know if it's related, but look, like just a couple of streets over, during the same time frame that 7-year-old got shot, 2 people got shot and killed in a Popeyes drive-thru. Almost the same time. They don't know if it was the same shooter or not.
I don't think I heard about that.
Did it? Yeah. Fox News, when they reported on the 7-year-old, they also the next thing they said was, and there was also a shooting, 2 deaths at a Popeye drive-thru just down the road from where the 7-year-old got killed.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
It's the most hypocritical shit I've ever seen in my life. Look, not only LeBron James, that goes for Black Lives Matter too. Only certain Black Lives Matter to Black Lives Matter. We know that.
Yeah. The ones that are taken by police officers, regardless if it's justified or not. They don't care about that. Real quick, we got I know we got one super chat that came in, and I'm gonna read that one real quick here. From Simply Offensive for $4.99. You can buy a few NBA tickets for this price. You know what? They may be damn near free by the time the league is actually going under. Also, we got a direct donation on the website from Bryson for $5. Really do appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying any last names because people may not want their name actually put out there.
Right.
I remember one time when we were talking about Jacob Blake and that video got 18 plus. People were sending donations via PayPal. I read the person's name, and then he actually had a message, "Don't send my name," but I couldn't see it until I read his name. So I learned my lesson, not saying last name. So
yeah, YouTube tried to shut that live stream down, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah, they did, man. They did. Disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting that they really don't want us to talk about this kind of thing. That's why we're doing our own thing on the website, man. But you know what also is kind of funny about this whole LeBron James thing? Where are the woke coaches at? Where are the white liberal coaches talking about you, Greg Popovich, and you, Steve Kerr? You guys say that this country is so bad, so evil and everything. They have not spoken out against this and LeBron James at all. I don't think I've ever heard Pop stay this silent for this long.
Have we heard any other players mention this whatsoever?
Skip Bayless has said that some players that mentioned Ma'Khia Bryant during the game, but he said it seems like they didn't really know what was going on with her. They didn't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they said.
People are utterly insane. Some people are saying, well, they should have pulled out a taser. Look, the guy had a split second to make a decision. What happens if the taser doesn't launch and somebody's dead now? Somebody's dead, okay?
First of all, let me tell you guys this, man. When somebody is they're about to use that knife for a gun, a taser is not what you want to use. Those things, man, are not very effective, man. We actually saw how ineffective a taser is when you look at the Jacob Blake thing. They shot him once or twice with a taser, did not have an effect. And also Rayshard Brooks, they tased him, it did not work, and then he took the taser, shot it at the police from like 2 feet away. Luckily, the police officer didn't hit him. The taser is ineffective. And then I heard, liberals on TV, man, saying the stupidest thing. Why not shoot it in the air? These people don't understand shoot a gun in the air like a warning shot. They don't understand how dangerous that is because of gravity. What goes up must come down, and that bullet can fall down and kill somebody. Folks, I was in the military. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I was in the military. We were always told never give a warning shot. I'm not a police officer, but we were told never to give a warning shot. And every time you go to the range, guess where you're shooting at? You're not shooting at a leg. I mean, it's so hard to shoot a leg, man, because it's a moving target. And even if you do shoot him in the leg, guess what? You can die. The femoral artery can get shot there. You will bleed out.
More than a few people have died from being shot in the leg. Yeah.
Yeah. The cop that was shot by Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, it hit his femoral artery. Luckily, he lived because the cops reacted very, very quickly.
Boy, they don't talk about that a lot, do they, either? They don't bring that. I saw the video footage after he got shot. They were racing to try to save his life outside that house. I mean, they were on the phone with the EMT. He was trying to get there. The cop was bleeding out, but they don't bring that up when it comes to that whole Breonna Taylor fiasco, that there was a cop fighting for his life.
Yeah.
On the scene.
You know who actually did bring it up, though? Two guys of reason. Charles Barkley and Shaq. Remember that? They actually acknowledged, hey, he shot the police first. But the woke athletes, man, they don't care about this kind of thing. If there's one athlete I would like to hear about this situation from, it would be Shaquille O'Neal, because Shaquille O'Neal was a police officer. He was serving the community.
I think he's working. He's back working for some sheriff's department.
I don't think he ever stopped. I don't think he ever stopped, man.
I think he just goes from sheriff's department to. He's some kind of. I believe he's some kind of like. I don't want to call him a community liaison now for the sheriff's department or something wherever he's at, but it's something akin to that. Look, Stephen Bob brought it up in the chat. You remember Sean Taylor, the great safety for the Redskins that got shot? He got shot in the leg and died from it. That's exactly what happened to Sean Taylor. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I didn't remember exactly how he had actually got shot.
I forgot about that, but yeah, boy, he was a hell of a safety.
Oh, yeah, he was a very, very good player, man. Very good player. All right, we got over 1,400 people watching here. I believe 1,500 is the record, man. Smash the thumbs up button if you do not mind, because we only got 500 thumbs up. Let's get that to over 1,000 thumbs up. That will trigger YouTube's algorithm to let them know we are here. So please do that if you do not mind. And I'm going to read these super chats that are coming in, Rhodes, and then we're going to jump over to how the woke sports, well, not necessarily the woke sports media, but the mainstream media is trying to protect one LeBron James. It's sickening, man. But
the mainstream media making up narratives, say it isn't so, John Matrix.
Oh, God.
No. There's some article out there right now where they're claiming the NBA ratings have gone up.
Oh, God. The Greg for $5. John rocking the Outkit shirt. Black and White Network, Sports Wars, Outkick, my only sports resources. Fire Chip Kelly. Yes, the Greg always wants to fire Chip Kelly, man. Yes, I'm rocking the Outkick the coverage shirt here because I am a member over on Outkick. This shirt is good, man. This is really, really good. The Salty Vet for $14.99. Keep this story going. The mainstream media is trying to sweep this under the rug. Yeah, and that's what we're going to be diving in here on this. So thank you to the Salty Vet. Bryson McCarthy for $9.99. See why with cops we want them to be perfect. Oh, he didn't use a taser. Then they say he should shoot. Why he shot four shots? Why do we never ask? Why does she have a knife? What happened to us? Happened to lead us here? We never asked. Yeah, Skip Bayless actually brought up something along the lines of why did he shoot 4 shots? Guys, that whole thing happened in like 10 seconds, man. And 4 shots really isn't a lot, man, because you shoot 1 shot. You don't know if you hit the person or not. You really don't.
Who cares?
The
dude was trying to kill her. Who cares? He should have popped 8 shots in her ass.
You remember they were trying to make a big deal out of the police shooting Jacob Blake 7 times. We didn't care, man.
We're missing one little fact here. If this cop was actually a racist, he would have let the black woman die, okay?
Or shot both of them.
Or shot both of them, okay? I mean, it's utterly stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. God.
Gerald Armstrong for $2.99. Funny that LeBron said all lives matter in 2016. He did? Maybe I forgot about that. I don't remember that. If he did, man, he's a completely different person now.
Well, the thing about it is, he was on video at one point talking about something had happened, and he was like, we need to wait till the facts come out, blah, blah, blah. This was like 5-6 years ago.
Wow.
And look how far he has fallen now.
Oh, God.
He has joined. Look, man, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. LeBron is headed towards a squad politics career. That's his goal, I think, his end game. But I've got a theory. I think LeBron is the most dangerous radical leftists in the country now. Okay,
Whoa, ahead of AOC and the squad.
More dangerous than AOC, more dangerous than Rashida Tlaib, more dangerous than Ariana Presley.
You may be on to something because he has more influence.
He's got a bigger reach. He's got a bigger platform.
A bigger reach, a bigger platform. Yeah,
I'm
right.
sorry, but to these ultra nutcase lefties, I'm sorry, but when LeBron James talks, they all stop and listen. They all stop and listen, okay?
Yep.
He's got the biggest influence over the... I'm just going to keep it real. This might be some black and white network type shit, .com type shit, but I'm going to keep it real. He's got the biggest influence over the sons of bitches that are burning the country to the ground right now.
Bingo.
There we go.
Bingo. Yeah. We got a direct donation on the website from Michael sends $5. Thank you so much for that. Also, we have the rubber band man for $9.99. The NBA owners are letting the players destroy. I think he meant the league while they build up NBA in Europe, and future NBA players will earn less money. And it's LeBron James' fault. The whole NFL heading down that rabbit hole. Or does he mean NBA? The NBA, man, it's going to be interesting to see the next TV deal after this one, because there is no coming back, man. To me, there is no coming back. It's over, man. It is over. Ty Sloan for $1.99. If you like anime, what's your top 3 favorites? I'm not into anime. That's not my thing. I don't know about you, Rhodes, but that's not my thing.
I can't say I ever got in on it. Yeah.
Yeah. DMAC for $10. This quote unquote racism effort is only to distract us from the border. Is simply from a satellite perspective. I do believe LeBron is working for that effort. Well, of course, he's trying to distract everybody from all the other things, that Beijing Biden is doing. But, he's on the side of Beijing Biden. And you guys may know him as Joe Biden, but he's Beijing Biden to us. Okay? So I think we're all caught up on the super chats. Thanks for everybody that has donated so far. Smash the thumbs up button. We have 888. We need to get up to 1,000 votes, but we got a new record. We have 1,769 people watching. Thanks everybody for joining in.
Wow.
And now this next segment we're going to be talking about here. The media is trying to spin this whole thing and protect one LeBron James. Is anybody really surprised, that they're trying to spin this in a different way? The fact checkers out there for the media are trying to paint LeBron James in a good light. Now, they're not defending what he said, but apparently something went out there on Facebook that apparently LeBron James said, and nobody believes LeBron James said this because he never did. So they want to focus on that instead of, doxing the police officer. Talking about units and accountability and all that. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to share my screen here with you guys. And I'm going to bring it up here, and we're going to be talking about this, man. Check this out. LeBron James didn't lament that a girl can stab her friends anymore after Ma'Khia Bryant's death. Did anybody actually hear about this? I found out about this morning, man. So
what?
Yeah, this is insane, man. Many celebrities and notable figures spoke out after news broke that 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant had been fatally shot by police in Columbus, Ohio. But one statement supposedly issued by Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James is completely fabricated. This is what he said, quote, "We're at the point where a girl can't even stab her friends anymore," reads the quote attributed to James in a viral Facebook post. The statement appears to to reference a knife that video showed Bryant was holding during part of the altercation. The person who shared the post in the caption, he's a piece of shit. Others also believe the quote was authentic. Quote, does he even realize how asinine that sounds? James never said it. And it says the post was flagged as part of Facebook's effort to combat false news and information on his feed. Now, also, this one here also says the same thing. This is from USA Today. Fact check. No, LeBron didn't say a girl can't even stab her friends anymore. And also here on Snoops, no, LeBron didn't lament that a girl can't even stab her friends anymore. Why are they focusing on something that's so obviously fake? This is nothing more than trying to protect LeBron James. So they're going to focus on this obvious fake stuff because he never said it. They want to try to get you away from, believing that LeBron James was doxing the police officer, which he actually did. Because in all of these articles here, they don't mention LeBron James doxing the police officer.
Look, it's the biggest story in sports and nobody's covering it. I mean, it's far and away. Look at what's happened in the last few days just to this channel, okay? Just to this channel. This is far and away the biggest story out there, what LeBron James has done, and ESPN has been virtually silent. They spent maybe 10 minutes on First Take about it the other day, and essentially, especially Max Kellerman, gave him a pass. Stephen A. Smith come out and said he didn't like what LeBron had to say. And he said, look, LeBron James left himself open for criticism on this, blah, blah, blah. And then he tried to explain it away on behalf of LeBron.
Right.
But this should have been the leading story on SportsCenter, on CNN, on MSNBC. BBC should have been running articles. USA Today, they completely stayed away from it. And this, make no mistake, this was the biggest story going.
Yeah. And look at Walt Center's website here. Nothing about LeBron James here. I know it's been a few days, but this is a bigger story than anything. Nothing. Homepage of ESPN. Nothing about LeBron. Nothing. But however, when you go to the NBA thing, they lead it off, Mavericks defeated the Lakers, which I'm pretty sure nobody was watching. Nobody's watching. This is what they do. USA Today. Fake news, USA Today. Fact check. No, LeBron James didn't say a girl can't even stab her friends anymore. They're trying to deceive you, man, and protect LeBron. Oh, he didn't say that. Well, no shit. We know he didn't say that. We know that was fake. Focus on what he actually did say. He told everybody, the whole world, showed the police officer, you're nets, a la Derek Chauvin accountability. What? The mainstream media, man, is a joke. They're a propaganda machine. That's all it is.
That's become their job, protecting leftists, radical leftists at that. Look, when a news establishment can literally go on camera and stand in front of a burning building and say the protesting is mostly peaceful,
behind a fiery building,
all bets are off. Okay, all bets are off. Never mind the project. Was it Veritas exposed ESPN? CNN's agenda against Trump, blatant.
Right.
Yeah. So absolutely. We got us a nice little troll in here. Looks like.
Yeah, I see
Imagine
that.
being obsessed with LeBron that a hillbilly makes a shirt. Hey, how about you figure out how to type in proper English in the chat there, homie? If you're trying to be a smart ass, do it right.
Yeah,
Did you get your education from LeBron James?
Probably so, man. LeBron writes a book. It's only one page.
Woo.
We got some more super chats here. I'm going to read here. Mike H for $5. Social justice will bring further gentrification, dividing the classes, more rights for the victims, less for repeat offenders. Well, you know, the woke people out there, man, they really, this is social justice to the far left lunatics. No prisons, no police, let all prisoners out of prison. How insane is that?
Hey,
no athletes even calling out, you know, the squad people out there on stuff like that.
Guess who called them out? Guess who's been calling out lefties everywhere all of a sudden?
Who?
Just this past Friday night, Bill Maher went after.
Oh yeah. Now Bill
went
Maher
after them again. He went after them again.
Bill Maher's a leftist, but he's not a woke leftist.
He said, "You know why we don't abolish the police? Because it's a fucking stupid idea." That's what he said. Yeah.
But you know why these crazy leftists want to abolish the police, right? To turn black and brown communities into Mad Max.
Yeah.
You know, chaos.
They eventually want a tribal community, a Marxist community, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where everybody chips in equally to pull their fair share. But the problem is when you got a bunch of folks involved that don't want to do anything, nothing gets done. If you don't believe me, just look at what happened to whatever in the hell that was in Portland. Remember when they turned it into what was the name of it?
The chop zone.
The chop zone. I mean,
no, that was Seattle. That was Seattle, but it was some kind of autonomous zone.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looked like a third world shithole inside of 4 days. I mean, come on.
That's still an autonomous zone out there in, I believe, Minneapolis. There's like a George Floyd autonomous zone. It's insane.
Oh, is that George Floyd Square? Is that what we're talking about?
No, not that. I believe there's some other autonomous zone over there.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, fentanyl Floyd. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Doc Amos Rotzi for $5. Want to understand defund the police? I just researched social credit score style of citizen policing already in use in China. BLM dividing us into this except, he says. Well, yeah, they want to turn us, because one thing about China, man, that they have in common with BLM, they have the same belief system, man. You know, divisive, racism, all that stuff, man. That's what they have in common with communist China. And you can't criticize BLM just like you can't criticize China. And what does the Marxist NBA of China do? They don't criticize China. They're silent, man. You know what? I heard a good point. I can't remember if it was on Candace Owens' show or not. But they were saying, man, you know, it's kind of funny that all these leftists talk about systemic racism and everything like that. But the left controls the government, big tech, corporations, all controlled by leftists. So if it is systemic racism, it's coming from the left because they control everything. Everything.
Yeah, they're running the narratives right now.
Everything,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The lonely one for $2. Yeah, that comment sounds like a smoke screen. Thank you. Jersey Dolphins for $10. Thanks, John and Rhodes. Well, thank you for that super chat. And we got, I believe, a couple of more here. We got 3 more actually. Kid Gravity Beyond $4.99. Remember when ESPN did an entire show on Manti Te'o? I think I remember that.
I do. It was a big deal. Oh, they did an interview with him and he was in tears because he got catfished.
He got duped.
I mean, come on. And look, if you'd have spent less time on that and more time on your craft, you might have been a better linebacker in the NFL. Which by the way, do you know he is still in the league?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it.
He's been pretty I want to say relevant ever since the whole catfishing thing. Nobody's talked about him.
No,
But I forgot he was still in the league.
He's a backup linebacker for some time. I saw him come in the game last year. I was like, I think he even sent you a message and said, Manti Te'o just went in the game.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You did. Anthony De La Garza, 73, for $5 says, LeBron did his homework, LOL. Yeah, he did his homework off of page 1. But all important information starts on page 2. Jason Smith for $4.99. Donald J. Trump greater than LeCuck James. Thank you for that. Thanks for all the super chats that have come in. Smash the thumbs up button right now. 2,400 people watching this show right now, man. We're going to keep this baby rolling. We're going to keep it rolling, man. You know, one of my favorite guys, man, in the sports media, man, is Jason Whitlock, man. Jason Whitlock, he does not hold back on the wokeness. He never holds back on LeBron James. That's why I loved it, man, when he was with Clay Travis on Outkick, man, because they never held back. They never held back. I mean, I really wish they could have worked out together, because they would have been an unstoppable force, you know. Clay's still doing his thing. They were so
really
good,
really good compliment to each other. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Jason Whitlock a lot. And look, he keeps bringing up one thing about LeBron James. We've brought it up. We continue to say it. LeBron James continues to run his mouth about everything except China. So he virtue signals everything he can possibly say that's got a left-leaning narrative, but he will not call out China. And I said, look, the biggest waste to LeBron is because he's got such a large reach. He could have completely broke narrative. He could have went the other way. He could have influenced so many people in the correct direction, whether it was, hey, how about we quit committing crimes so we don't have run-ins with the police to begin with? LeBron James didn't say that. Well, hey, guys, why don't we comply with the police if we do have a run-in with the police? He wouldn't say that. Instead, he just keeps giving everybody a pass.
And okay, I think that's the most important part right there. All of these woke activists and woke sports athletes, they never tell anybody to comply. They never do it, because what's the common denominator in all of these shootings?
Resisting arrest.
None of them comply, man. None of them comply. Jacob Blake did not comply. George Floyd did not comply. Rayshard Brooks did not comply. Ma'Khia Bryant did not comply. I can go on and on and on, but the common denominator is they don't comply. And a guy like LeBron, with his influence, should be saying, guys, we need to stop all of this. You guys need to comply and fight another day. But, you know, to him, it is, we are being hunted down in the streets by the police because we're black. We walk out of our houses in fear. I'm going to tell you this, man. I walk out of my house, I am not in fear. You know why? Because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a career criminal like a certain person that was committing armed robbery, pointing a gun at the belly of a pregnant woman. Oh, you guys want to know who that was? That would be the new hero for the left, George Floyd, who's going to have streets, schools named after him. I mean, Nancy Pelosi even thanked George Floyd for dying. I mean, really? I mean, she's trying to put him in the same boat as like an Emmett Till, which is disgusting, man. Emmett Till was actually killed by true white supremacists, and he was an innocent kid. George Floyd was criminal scum. I'm not even defending Derek Chauvin because he was an awful cop. So he can go to hell too. But it's so infuriating and disgusting, man, to see how they just keep celebrating these criminals, man. I just don't get it.
Look, we've said it before. It's not an issue of race. It's an issue of criminality. Okay, you're looking for us to prop these guys up like martyrs, all right, and make them these virtuous heroes. We're not raised that way, okay? And by we're, I'm talking law-abiding citizens, not white, blacks, Asians, Hispanics. It's not a race issue. It's a criminality issue. We're not going to prop these criminals up as martyrs. We're not doing it. Okay? We're not raised to go out and commit crimes, and we're certainly not raised to be rewarded or to reward for having committed a crime. Okay? Right. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. That's why this will never, they're wanting everybody to come together. Well, law-abiding citizens are not coming together on that. We're not. We're absolutely not. Okay? We'll fight like hell in the streets if it ever comes down to it over that one issue. Okay? And the only reason they haven't seen us fight like hell in the streets is because we're not criminals and we're not in the streets.
Right.
We believe in following law and order. Period. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, they'll make it about color. It's not.
It's not. If you don't have law and order, folks, you're gonna have the criminals running them up. Because think of this: all of these cities, man, that defunded the police, Minneapolis, for example, the crime skyrocketed, and now Minneapolis is trying to refund the police. They're on a hiring spree. They're spending millions of dollars because crime increase. And the common denominator in all of the crime increases is happening in Democrat-run cities. You want to know why? Because they defunded the police. They did it. I mean, you even got crazy Ted Wheeler now out there in Portland. Over years past now, he's finally tired of Antifa burning down his city. He's going to be out of there, man. If I'm the people of Portland, man, stop voting for these people. Stop it. Why in the world would anybody in their right mind want to vote for Ted Wheeler and any other socialist Democrat? Why?
They won't, because one of the problems in those areas is a lot of people that disagree with political entities like Ted Wheeler, like Gavin Newsom out in California. People are leaving that would vote against them. People are leaving the state. They're getting out. And look, they've got somebody that was going to run potentially against Ted Wheeler. She's worse than him. There's pictures out there of her wearing a skirt with communist all over the skirt, like Castro, okay? And they're saying she's got a legitimate chance to get him, Ted Wheeler, think about Ted Wheeler, voted out of office. Now, she may not have George Soros backing her like Ted Wheeler, but who knows, at this point.
Right.
I mean, let's just...
You want to know the problem, man? I know we're kind of deviating from sports a little bit, but still. All of these people that are leaving out...
It's tied in now. They tied it in.
All of those people that are actually leaving these Democrat-run cities. Here's a prime example, man. The California exodus, man. They're so tired, of Gavin Newsom over there destroying the state of California with his socialist policies. These same people, man, are all moving to Austin, Texas, man. They have turned Austin, Texas into a liberal shithole. Austin, Texas is awful. It's not like the rest of Texas because all these California liberals move over there. And they have destroyed Austin. People, man, I mean, if you're going to leave, man, they might as well just go back to California then, to tell you the truth. And when it comes to LeBron, man, if he wants to get into politics, he better stay in California and do it, because I don't believe there's any way in hell he can win a Senate seat in Ohio. Ohio is firmly red at this point. I guess he would have to go, like House of Representatives route, into some community that's strictly blue. That'd be the only way. But I do agree with you, man. He wants to run for politics. And with this fallout here, man, it's going to be hard for anybody to vote for him, because this moment in time, man, whenever he decides to run for political office, they're going to use this against him. Doxing the police. They're going to use that against him. And it won't be good. He's been exposed, man. People are seeing how dumb he is.
Well, and, you know, people like LeBron James doesn't realize there's a lot of moderate Democrats out there that are willing to be swayed in either direction that does actually support the police and the job they do in the streets trying to serve and protect. They're losing sight of that. They're going to end up losing votes over all this crap, okay? And I think they already did, but that's a video for the website, not here.
Yeah, because you know what's going to happen, man. To get more into politics here, a guy like LeBron James is a reason why I believe that the House and Senate are going to flip red. Because when you start talking about defund the police, people are out, man. People want the police. People want better policing. But it's gotten to the point now, man, where these crazy socialists out there, they're beyond defund the police. They're talking about abolish the police. That's how crazy it has gotten.
Yeah.
It's how crazy it's gotten, man.
Well, you've got AOC out there talking about when somebody gets arrested and they go to start weighing the potential charges. She doesn't want them to consider their prior criminal history anymore. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you should.
I mean,
you should.
Some a-hole goes out and sexually assaults somebody, and we're supposed to ignore the fact that he got out on probation for some manslaughter charge in the past? Hell no. Hell no. But you know how crazy that is? For that to even roam through your head? How does that even roam through your head? You know? I mean, it's nuts. I can't believe somebody would even think about something like that.
I know, man. I know. We got a ton of super chats, man, and we got a donation on the website. Daniel for $5. Thanks for the direct donation to blackandwhitenetwork.com. And make sure you guys go over and check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Consider becoming a member over there. Let me read some of these super chats, man. There was a lot that came in. So where am I at? Let me get to it. Fear Mantis Fear for $5. They won't talk about the real issue of our black community: bad parenting, gangs, drugs, and lack of education. They're ignoring it all of it. But cops, yeah, you're right about that, man, because they actually do not actually care about the core issue: fatherless homes. And not even really just, fatherless homes, but think of this, man. Ma'Khia Bryant's mother came out and said Ma'Khia was motherly, trying to paint her in a good light. But here's the thing, folks. Ma'Khia Bryant was living in a foster home. My question to a mother is, why do you not have custody of your child? Why aren't you raising your child? You see, that is the major issue in the black community. But guys like LeBron don't want to talk about that. They don't.
Yeah, well, and it's not even fatherless homes. Do you know how many people in the black community are actually not even raised by their mother, but they're raised by their grandmother?
Oh, quite a bit, man.
That's common, very common.
Quite a bit. I mean, Walt Shannon Sharp, man, was raised by his grandparents. He's raised by his grandparents, and Shannon Sharp, man, is a LaChina James lover, man. PMC for $17.76. I see what you did there. In many books, the first and last pages are blank. Thanks, fellas. You two are great, and I enjoy what you do. If you have the time, tell us how did you two meet? We told this story before, man. Go ahead, man, because we got stuff coming in here. So,
believe it or not, we both had entertainment channels, which are now actually part of the Black and White Network. John had his channel. John was it John Matrix Talks Movies was the original name?
It started off on that, then it became John Matrix. And then Black and White News.
And my channel started out as Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. God, that seems like the good old days before the world completely lost its mind, and ended up Rhodes Rants. And then now it is Black and White Entertainment, and your channel is Black and White News.
Yep.
Which YouTube has nailed and demonetized.
Demonetized, man. And I believe them demonetizing the news channel is the reason why we really started blackandwhitenetwork.com, because they are coming for everything.
They'll demonetize all of our channels.
Yeah, that's why we're pushing the website.
Yeah.
Because we had channel members on the news channel, they lost everything. So that's why we're pushing the website, because they can't touch that. We got a lot of stuff here. I can't tell if this is a donation or not, but it's from Kendra. She became a silver member, but then I got another email for $20. So I'm assuming, usually we don't get the emails like that. I'm assuming that she probably gave a donation, but maybe not. So I'm not really sure, but thank you though. But we got a $3 donation from Frank. Really do appreciate that as well. And Chad Aker now back to Super Chats. Chad Aker for $4.99. LeBald can't get past the first page of any book. Well, he can't read very well. Thank you. Think Mirror for $5. Thank you for all you do. Keep spreading the love. Thank you for that Super Chat. Might H for $5. 36% of Nike's manufacturing is in China. China made a $1 billion lifetime deal with Nike. Nike CEO said Nike is a corporation for China in China. Thank you for that. Sam Wynn with a $10 super sticker says thank you. Well, thank you. Really do appreciate it. Invictus Libretas for $20. Thank you. Awesome channel. Do you think the overall criticism of Pump James will now humble him for an eventual apology? No, it won't, because he actually responded to I'm sorry, I hit my microphone, to the bar, and he was arrogant about it. So he's not going to be humble. He's not going to apologize. Far leftist men do not apologize, because you cannot negotiate with these people. You cannot do it. Can't do it. Alice H for $10. Great work, fellas. Keep spreading the truth. Thank you. Jason On for $5. This is a story of two Lakers, Magic Johnson and LeBron James. Magic used his own money to put up franchises to uplift communities. LeBron just talks. Well, LeBron is a mouth, man. That is all that he does. So thank you for that. Mike H, $2. 1981, Nike began. 87, Antifa forms, both in Oregon. Yeah, people forget about that, man. I mean, Oregon is a very, very liberal state, man, but they got a long history of racism over there. The Klan was pretty big up there too. Now the Klan has just been replaced with Antifa. Daniel Roganya for Canadian $5. You guys are awesome. If this is not the nail in the coffin for the NBA, I don't know what is. Hashtag Black and White Network, pure awesome. Hashtag Rhodes Rants. Hashtag John Matrix. Well, thank you for that super chat. Really do appreciate it. And I still see we got some more coming in since I read that one. And according to Christy, now we have told Christy not to super chat us. She does this just to, pick fun at us. She gives us $1.02. Christy's a part of the team. She's on the payroll, and she does this to make fun of us. But thanks, Christy. We'll deduct it from your pay. Joe Snyder for $20. Really do appreciate that. Steve L for $10. You two are amazing. Keep exposing the fake news and Marxist sports frauds. We will always do that. Thank you. Gomer Cow, Private Cow, $1.03. See, he's copying Christy. It becomes a habit. Daniel Rogana, Canadian $2. Just bought 2 of your shirts to support the channel. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me too. I'm gonna read these last 2 super chats here. Frank Laverne, $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that. And Derek Malgans, I guess is where you pronounce it, for $10. Keep up the great work, fellas. Man, we really do appreciate that. And I believe we got
you got
3 more here. 3 more here now. Mecca R for $5. The end result of what Marxist leftist is to turn the U.S. into Venezuela, where the chauvinists are at the top, no middle class, and the collectivos. Exactly. You're right about that. Thank you. Gal Pal Val for $25. Love your common sense takes. Never thought LeBron James was anyone worth looking up to. Men like you are both worth listening to. What sports are you watching? Not much. Not much. Individual sports, I watch tennis because tennis is really a global game and it's not political. So I like watching Rafael Nadal in tennis. That's pretty much it. And Pit Kid 32 with a $100.02 super chat. Thank you. Really do appreciate that. And a couple of more have come in here. Gerald Armstrong, $2.99. BLM and Antifa is just like ISIS. That's a good point right there. Good point right there. Let me make sure I didn't skip over anybody. No, I did not. And Celestine Duncan, $5. I love listening to you guys. My son keeps up with sports, but he said LeChina has been tanking the NBA for a while. Yeah, he has, but I think people are finally starting to wake up now to that. The Greg for $1.01. Thank you.
Hold on. Fire Chip Kelly.
Yeah, he didn't put Fire Chip Kelly in there.
I did.
You did. Kenneth Morgan, $4.99. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Semper Fi from this old Marine. Well, thank you. Hoorah, shipmate. Appreciate that. And we're all caught up on super chats. But somebody mentioned some shirts here. So let me go here. And this is not, you can't actually see this particular shirt here on the store. We're going to show you guys the new shirt that we have. So I'm trying to pull it up now. Rose designed it yesterday, so it's not actually on the store just yet. Let me get to the.
It's in the store, but it's not on YouTube channels.
Yeah, it's not on YouTube yet.
It's not on the YouTube videos yet. Yeah, so people have been buying them already. We've sold quite a few of them already, to be honest. I've got mine coming. I know you ordered yours.
Yeah, I got mine.
And, yeah.
Hold on a second. Say something, Rose, because some reason when I log in under my name, it won't let me pull up the store. So
what's up with that? Okay.
I don't know why. So
I'm
just gonna type it in.
I did see one of my freedom of speech says let's stay disciplined in boycotting Nike, the NBA, MLB, Coca-Cola, Delta Airlines. Encourage family and friends to spend their hard-earned money with other corporations. Good God, and the list could go on and on. If you really start digging into people that we probably shouldn't support, there are a ton out there.
Yep. And this is, I just pulled up the new shirt on Teespring, our Teespring store. That's in the show notes of the description. The new You Are No King, blackandwhitenetwork.com. Some people have already bought it. It's not implemented into YouTube yet, but that's the new shirt, $26.99. But if you use the discount code LaChinaSucks, SUX, you get 15% off of the shirt. And of course, members to the website, you guys get a bigger discount. So check out the website for that. That's a nice shirt. I got it in black coming. And if you're watching, listening, it says You Are No King. It has a crown and it's slashed out. So check it out, guys. That's in the description. And we got another super chat that just came in. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any other Anybody else super chat? Which I think I did here. Let's see here. Yeah, I did. Here we go. Mick Walsh for 250 pounds. LaChina Shames should be in jail right now.
Look, yeah, I do have a take on that. I think I'll probably save it for the website because you sort of got to be careful what you say. But I will say this: do I think LaChina should be held accountable in some way for what he came out and said the other day? Absolutely. Absolutely. He should be under some kind of legal scrutiny right now.
Yep. And the league should come out and say something, say, hey, we don't agree with this, but we know they do because they haven't said anything.
They should have suspended him for the rest of the season, minimum.
That's never going to happen. We all know that too.
The NBA is a complete sackless organization.
Yeah. Michael V99 for $4.99 says LaChina backing China isn't that the same as backing Hitler? Why would any true American back anything he says or does? Trader James. You're right, man. That's a pretty good analogy, man. Some people may think that's a bit out there, comparing China to Hitler, but they're doing the same thing. Genocide, sterilization, concentration camps, the exact same thing that the National Socialists did. Same exact thing. So appreciate that super chat.
Let's see. Hold on one sec. I got there was something I saw I wanted to read. LF Third said, I never thought that an NBA game would get 800,000 views. Well, 2 weeks ago, they had a game that got 653,000 views.
That's pretty bad, man. That is really, really bad.
And it should be noted, this very channel yesterday drew higher ratings than any Major League Baseball game I have actually laid eyes on all year long.
Yesterday, guys, I'm being honest with you.
Wow.
This channel yesterday came pretty close to the amount of people that are watching an NBA game now.
Yeah, very close.
That's how close.
Yeah. My next video was going to be Black and White Sports crushes the NBA in ratings.
Yep.
We got very close. Very close.
We were really, really close yesterday.
Yeah.
We really were. Baby Shark GTO for $5. LeBron James. I like that one. I really, really do like that one. Any other final words, Rhodes? I think we're going to be wrapping this up here pretty soon because we got a video coming for you guys here shortly. So I'm going to be putting that together. And by the way, make sure you guys check out Black and White Live because this video here will go to private. It'll be downloaded and uploaded to Black and White Live. So if you guys want to, catch the live stream again, it will be there. So
and I will post the link in our community section. So
yes. And make sure you guys go and check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Sign up, become a member today. We got one member here on a silver plan doing this live stream here. So we really do appreciate that. And that's going to be the future, man, because YouTube is not going to be forever, but the website can be forever. And that will definitely keep us, in content with all of the people that follow us, I mean, we're getting millions of views a month, man. If we had millions of members a month, that'd be great. It really, really would be great.
Yeah, and if you guys like these live streams like this, look, our in-game goal is to have a morning live show every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Every single day. Well, probably Monday through Friday, but you get the point where when people are at work or whatever, they can pull us up, listen to us every single day, probably a 2 or 3 hour joint show. And that's the goal. That's the goal where we will talk about things just like this every day. So,
yep. And we go harder on the website too.
Oh,
we go harder on the website.
Yeah, much harder.
We definitely do. We definitely do. But I think that is going to wrap up today's show, guys. Like I said, go over to Black and White Live later on today. This stream will be put up there. Also, check out your favorite podcasting platform because the audio will go on your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, and other places. So that being said, you guys be safe. Have a great day, and we will catch you next time.